Hi there, my name is Andrea Waddell. I am talking to you from Petaluma, California, and that's in the Bay Area, Northern California. I am an artist. I've been making art for at least 30 years. I spent a huge amount of time in France. A lot of my education happened there. And I teach art, I teach workshops about 3 or 4 times a year, and I also mentor artists one-on-one. And in this video, I wanted to show you how I created this painting in a start to finish session of about 10 minutes. And I thought you would find that interesting as it's a process video. I'm improvising my way through as I do, starting out with just the colors that I had sitting on my palette paper as I was working my way through this painting, and just created this pretty quickly. And I wanted to show you that process so that if you want to, you don't have to get the feeling that it takes a long time. Sometimes these paintings can come out really, really quickly. So for this one, I'm not used to using oil and cold wax on paper. This was just some paper that Reeves BFK that I had hanging around the studio that I sometimes use for oil pastel. It holds it really well. But if you want to continue, and I know what I will do in the future, now that I know that oil and cold wax looks pretty good on paper, is use some Arches oil paper. I think it's going to be a lot better. But meanwhile, this type of thing, if you make something like this, you can mount it on board if you want to do that, or you could put it in a floating frame and it'll look really good. So I hope you get something out of this video. If you like these videos, I would love for you to subscribe. You can just press the little button down there, and that supports me and it helps me get more videos out to you. Okay, let's jump in. Hi, this is Andrea Waddell talking to you from Petaluma, California. So I think I talked to you about this before, that when I'm working on a piece, and I'm working on a bigger piece over there, I've got these kind of things I don't care about happening over here. So I've just finished a painting session and I don't know where I'm going, and I really don't care. So I'll just let you follow along and watch, and you'll see how this whole thing plays out. Maybe it won't play out. The thing is, I don't care. And if they don't turn out, I will put them in the trash. So I've taken my graphite. I just want to see where it's going. Again, I don't usually use cold wax on paper, so I don't know if it's something that, will work in the way that I want it to work. I don't know. So what I want to do, since I've got two, is I want to make sure that I'm doing two things at the same time. I want to get some very beautiful light pink going on here. A couple of pinks. I'm in love with this Persian rose. It's so gorgeous. Williamsburg, they're very expensive paints, but the colors are just amazing. It's something that I haven't said yet in any of these videos, but honestly, just get good quality materials. It makes all the difference. Even if you're just starting out. I remember when I just started out, I always made a point of getting really good materials. It just kind of gives you that little oomph of confidence, because it really makes a big difference. Okay, let's play. Let's see what happens. I bring this color and a little bit of the pink. Yeah, my brayer isn't clean. And when it's not clean, it'll give you little nasty little blue marks. So you really need to be patient. I am not a patient artist. I'm a little bit, yeah. Great color. Great color. Yeah, I hated this ugly brown. It was so hideous back here. It was making me crazy. Okay, we'll see what You know, who knows? Just playing with this. Okay, a little pink. Okay. I definitely cannot work with this sprayer. It's got junk in it, and the junk gets pulled into the, you see where it rolls? When it gets too, you've been using it, I've been using it for a few hours now, then the paint kind of builds up in there and it will roll right on to what you're doing, so it doesn't come out very nicely. This is what happens. This is my I can't believe how sturdy this paper is. Like, I'm really pulling on this, and it's not falling apart. Pull this off. Oh, that's nice. All right, I'm going to get some dark colors here. Using my, I cannot ever remember the name of these things. Anyway, kitchen cleaning thingy. And I am lifting all of this paint. I got too much. That's kind of interesting. And I liked this before. I like these lines here better. Lift those off. Now it's just like I'm kind of playing, but I'm actually getting a little bit into it. But I don't know where I'm going. This is always fun because it's just pure play. And let's see, it's using up materials on top of it, so I'm not wasting anything. Oh, good. I've got all of this paint from my previous session of painting, so I'm going to plop it down here and just use what I've got, and I'm going to use a brush, and I think this will be interesting. Now I can tell I've been working for a while because I start to get, my gestures are freer. Okay, I like what that did. I always know when I've been working for a while, as I just start to, the gestures start to free up a lot. Okay, now I'm just going to work with I like this. I want to accentuate it. Now that we have all that dark there, maybe this doesn't need to be quite as dark. What I'm doing here, I sort of do. I'm adding a little bit of radiant violet because I feel like it's dark. It's too much, it's too dark, and I always, at this point, I have to come to a decision because this is pretty luminous. Actually, I think better than violet would be green. Some kind of green. Let me find a good. I'm just applying directly paint, this radiant violet with my fingers. I like what it's doing. Bring some up in here too. That's nice. Let's take off the paper and let's see what we're working with. See, even with my gloves on, I get the red paint on, and you have to be so careful. Okay. This is artist tape. We have a nice little painting. Presto. Out of my slot board, I've got this nice little landscape. I might work with a little bit more, but I'm going to wait for it to dry, and I'm pretty pleased with the way that came out. That's not bad at all for something that I just threw together in, a very short time. Okay, if you like this video, press subscribe, and that way you will know what I'm up to next in the studio. Have a great rest of your day.